Hello, this is Nathan, and welcome back to our casual guide to Dwarf Fortress. If you're new to the series, welcome. What I'm aiming to do here is just to play through a casual playthrough of my fortress here, the Blockade-born. And as I'm playing, I'm just explaining why I'm doing certain things, or just fully explaining how to do something in particular. So welcome. Thank you for joining in. If you've been watching this series so far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So in our last episode, we dug out this level here for some crypts. I do have a temple here. It's a universal temple. And we also have a little hallway here, which I'm going to have some guild halls. So that's where we ended there. Oh, I take that back. We actually did manage to make, two instruments, I believe? Yep, we have a oud and a messog here. And it took us a little bit of time to make the messog because we needed like sand, a little bit of things like bones, leather, that kind of thing. Just like a mix. So it was very interesting to kind of go through that process. It did reveal something that I really need to do, is to build a different quarter here for textiles. So clothing and leather. That's what this is going to be. So we're going to kick off there. But I am going to designate, here we go, this as a number 2. Because I do want to also focus on possibly creating a hospital in this video and creating a mist generator. But we'll see how that goes. It does take a little bit of time. So with this guy, it's a pretty straightforward dig out. I just need to count how many squares there are. Okay, 12. So we want... Here we go. Just going to recount just in case. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's start digging these out here. So 1, 2. And this time, I'm going to remember about the stairs so I don't run into that problem again. Yep. There we go. Okay. All right, for those who don't know, I like to make 3 levels for the workshop here. So the first, I guess the middle one is where the actual workshops are. Right now, I'm above the workshop. And I'm digging that out, and then I'm going to go below the workshop and dig it out as well. I'll explain as soon as I'm done why. Just in case this is your first time seeing my fortress, so essentially the top layer is any resources that the workshop may need. So this is like uncut gems, wood, stone, and then this layer here, we have some stockpiles for quick access. So again, wood and stone, and then I think this is refuse. And then we have the layer below the workshop, which has our finished goods, so like finished goods, bars, I think, or this is stone blocks. We have stone and wood furniture, or vice versa. And then same thing over here. So that's what I'm doing. It just makes it kind of easier for me to see how much is in the fort, like when I do it like this. So I'm sure others have their own way of doing it. But I've found that I really like this idea of having different wings. That way we can keep expanding if we need to. But anyway, so we need to make some stairs here, so let's do that. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So they'll work on that. And then what I was wanting to do is also make a level for our hospital. And yeah, I think the hospital is what we're going to make next. Trying to think if there was something else, but I think the hospital is what I was wanting to do. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, so let's start digging down here. And the hospital is going to go this way. Oh, it's a well as well. So for the hospital, a couple things. We're going to make a little hallway here. A hospital doesn't need to be ginormous, but it does need to be kind of big, I guess. I'm not really sure how else to explain it, but essentially we're going to have beds, we're going to have tables so they can perform surgery, and also traction benches. The traction bench, I'm actually not really sure what they do to the doors. If they're like setting limbs back in place or what, but they do need that. They need a chest so they can contain a lot of the medical supplies. And they also need access to water, usually something close to the hospital. Otherwise, they'll just go grab water wherever. So we're going to be building a well underneath the hospital so they can have access to it. That way, if we're under siege or what have you, I can close up the fort and we're pretty we can self-manage, so to speak. So let's build a little well here. All right, so this is going to be the main hospital area. This is going to be the well. If we need to, we can extend both ways, but just having one access to water here should be enough. We also want to create this guy. So what I'm going to do, so my fort, if you haven't noticed, is like a spire, or is a centerpiece from the staircase here. So what I'm going to do is build a, trying to remember what they're called, pump screw, which will pump up the water onto this level. We are going to dig straight down right here, and we're going to let water fall all the way down past the hospital layer, and then it's going to come over here, create a little well area, and then continue off the side of our map here. That way it can drain. I'll make some floodgates and things like that to control it. But essentially we're going to have a mist generator going through the fortress here, and we're going to have access to water. So I think it's a great way to do it, at least for that style of fortress. And you guys should be able to see the benefits almost right away as soon as I get done making it. So what we need to do is I need to build some hatches because I am going to have this water be able to go through, but I don't want anyone falling down. So let's see. So one. I need to make 11. So let's do that. Let's go to our workshop here. Whoops, don't need to be doing that. And we're going to build, not hatch, I take that back. It's a grate? Yeah, rock grate. So let's just make 14 just in case here. Whoops, come on. There we go. I also want to make 2 floodgates. Oh, well. I thought I was in a work order. So we've got that. What else do we need? We do need some mechanisms, which I only have a couple of. So let's make a few more of those. It's interesting that rock and stone are interchangeable, but anyway. We'll make, 10 is more than enough, so we'll do 10. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to make in advance. We do need to make beds. So we'll make 4. And then we'll need some tables. Is this the one? Yeah. We're going to make 6. Because you need a table in order to make a traction table. So 2 of these will be traction tables. We'll do that. I think we can then make a work order for that. Here. we're going to say 2. And they'll make them when they become available. What else do we need? Well, we'll make some doors, I guess. We're definitely missing that. Oh, stop it. Work order. Sometimes there's a bug and it doesn't let me type. There we go. 10 should be fine. Trying to think what else we might need. I don't think we need much. I know we might need buckets. I don't know if we've already... Bucket? Yeah, it looks like it's a furniture. So let's make some buckets. We'll need one for the well, but doesn't hurt to have some extra. Whoops. Do 5. Okay. I think we're good for that. So let's get them working here. I do need to build a access to underground so they can start mining out. Because I'm actually going to change... this will be the last floor. Dig square. Weird. Oh. What's going on here? We'll see if they do that. Sometimes stairs are a bit finicky in this release. But it looks like they did it okay. Alright, so they're making that. I want to make access down to the well, so let's do that. We're just going to make a little guy here. Of course, everything's still 2 priority. I didn't change it. That's okay. Let's change this to 1. Because I want to get this going first. There we go. Okay. So it's going to come over here. We're going to have a well area. Or no, the water's going to splash down right here. Right? Yeah. So the water's going to hit right here. And then it's going to fill up. And then I need it to move. So what we're going to do... So water is kind of weird in this game. I don't quite 100% understand it. Essentially, there is water pressure from wherever it starts, like on the top layer, and as it goes down, it will want to go back up to that original layer it was sitting at. There are ways to try to force the game to, or force the water to level out. And if the water goes through a diagonal, so if there's like a wall here and it goes through a diagonal, it will reset the pressure. So I just kind of have to think in advance. Otherwise we could be dealing with flooded dwarves here. So I actually have another plan. I'm going to do something. I'm going to make it go down 1 more level. Yeah, we're going to make it go down 1 more level. It's going to come over. Going to fill that up because I'm going to be building a wall here once we're done, and then I need it to basically start flowing this way. So let's do yeah, I'm just trying to think. This is kind of hard to do sometimes, but anyway, so we're going to go have it come over here. The well is right here, so let's build all the way over here. I'm going to build another section here. Yeah, that should be fine. I might actually dig it down more. So let's see. So we got that, and then I want the water to rush over here. And I'm going to show you a trick on what to deal, or what to do with this water. So I actually want that. All right, so let's start with that. Ooh, what's this? Marco Klein. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so we've got those guys digging. Looks like we're running into some iron. Let's see what our other wing is like. If they're even... Oh, they started a little bit. I did interrupt them with the priority, but that's okay. Let's check on our actual fortress here. So it looks like I might need some barrels. Can never have enough. And possibly we'll make some more bins too. So let's do that. Can never have too many. I still have someone making a rock figurine. That way, when dwarves come to trade, I'll have something to trade. Cool. All right, so we need a channel down here. So we're going to channel this area. So we got to dig down. So how a well works is that whatever square it's on, it's going to look down, as in like through the layers. And it will try to find some water. So we're going to dig down straight here. I'm actually going to channel this area out as well. Actually, before I do that, I want to make sure the dwarf doesn't fall down and kill themselves. Okay, so we got one little layer there. Let's do it one more time. There we go. They'll do that. They'll fall down. They're okay. Okay. So now we have a hole here for our well. And then now we're going to channel... I'm going to channel this out because I want the well to be a little bit deeper if I can. There we go. Here, we're going to mine out the centerpiece. Maybe? No? Do I have to do that? Let's see. I'm just trying to get rid of the little slant that's... Yeah, there it goes. Because they can get in and out from the sides here. There we go. So we have like a little well area. So with this one, what we're going to be doing is I need the water to escape somewhere. There's, of course, ways to probably trap the water, make sure it isn't flowing, isn't flooding your fortress, but I find this is one of the easier ways to deal with it. So what you have to do is first smooth out the stones that aren't letting you mine. So this is the edge of the map here. As you can see, it doesn't let me go any further, and I'm only allowed to mine right here. So they're going to smooth this out. Perfect. And then I'm going to carve a gap. They are, what are these called? Fortifications. That's what it is. So the fortification will allow the water to go through and nothing else. At least for what we're using here. Okay, so they're going to do that. So I'm trying to think of what would be the best idea for our floodgates that we're making, because there might be a time where I might want to trap the water that's in here. But I don't want it to be overflowing either. I think I have an idea in my head. I'll trap that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, anyway, enough planning in my head. We got to do something about it. So we have that. I think we're getting close. So what we need to do is start building the actual pump that we're going to be using for this guy here. So what I want to do... So where's our center here? So that's our center to our fortress. I'm going to channel that out. Where is it? So we're going to channel this, and then I'm going to put a one of those like grates there. So that way nobody falls through and we don't get anybody too curious for their own good also poking their head through. Okay, let's do a construction. We are going to build a floor grate. There we go. Okay, so that's a good start. I also want to create some walls here. So this is going to be kind of weird when I'm first making this, but just bear with me here. So what we're going to do, trying to think in advance. I do like to try to make things pretty, but sometimes just building without thinking about it is the best solution. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is build a wall here, and I'm going to build a system so that when the water is being pumped through, it's being slowed down, so that way the waterfall that we're going to make here isn't going too nuts with pouring water down here. We only need a little bit. So let's start creating this. And we're going to be creating it, of course, out of blocks. Blocks are lighter, which make it easier to carry. And also they build things. If you build with blocks, it's faster than raw stone or wood. So and then I'm also going to build a floodgate. Where is that? Machines? Yeah. We're going to build it right here. Looks like we have the two here. So we're going to build one here so that way we can stop water from going through here. And then I'm also going to build one over here. I'm probably going to build it right here. And that way we can stop water from flowing. So it'll be stuck. That way, if for some reason we need to fortify inside the fortress or what have you, it's just kind of a safe way of keeping the water in here. Maybe it's like frozen. I don't want it to escape. Who knows? But it's just thinking ahead, which I like to do. It might not even have a practical use for it, but I'd like to think it does. Okay. So we're going to build those. We also need to build a lever, which I am going to put in, or at least near the hospital. Lever. This will control the floodgate. There we go. We're going to build that. All right. Give it some time here. Seeking infant. That's weird. Hopefully they found it. Okay. Maybe they were busy when they gave birth and they didn't know where their baby was. Because they usually hold the babies. Very odd. Dwarven babies are odd. To say the least. Alright, so we already got some construction here, which is great. I'm just going to take a little sip of my coffee, so please excuse me. Alright. There we go. We got the floodgate. We've got the grate. So let's keep building the wall here. That's kind of what I was waiting for. Wall. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to force the water to go diagonal a few times. And you guys will see what I'm trying to do once it's complete. So what we're going to do, put a wall here. All right, so far, if you guys can see it, I have a wall here. So let's say the water's coming through this way. It's going to go through here. Then it's going to go diagonal one time to kind of split off. Because from my understanding, once the water's over here, it has to pick which way to go, or it divides maybe equally. So it reduces how much water is here, and then it has to come back. So if I do this a few times, the starting water does slow down a little bit. It'll make more sense once there's water going through here. Essentially, I'm waiting for them to build. Dwarves can go through corners like this diagonally, but if it's for building and they don't have like access to it going diagonal, they may not build it. I don't quite understand it, but I try to give them the best options to build things without going too crazy with it. Okay, so while they're building that, I do want to also start building this here. Oh, is this a constructed sandstone block? Interesting. I don't remember creating... Oh, I think I do, actually. But anyway, so we're going to do construction. We're going to do a lot of floor grates here. I wish I could just... Can I just do it? I don't know if they would actually dig up the ground here or not. Because that would be quite a little hack. Because we can't do it there. Maybe not. But anyway, so we got that. So let's do that. So I'm essentially just digging a hole straight through my staircase here. I don't want to go too crazy because I've had it where one of the dwarfs were standing right here and it channeled all the way down and they basically got super hurt from it. And I'm trying to stop that from happening. So usually I would just, tell them to channel the whole thing, but I've had bad experience with it. Here, we'll do it this way. This is a little faster, I think. The miners must be busy. There it goes. All right, so we're getting there. One here, and then we got to dig one right here, I think. Then we should be good. There we go. Okay, so now let's build those floor grates. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot faster. Looks like we're still building some of them. Let's see. Oh, they're almost done. So let's keep going. And what is this? Early summer. All right. Getting close to autumn. I'm definitely looking forward to trading again since we're going to have some stuff. Now for this playthrough, so far I have not received a lot of people, migrant waves. I'm kind of waiting to do that so that way we can kind of get some meat and fish processing. So far, they're pretty happy, so I'm not too worried about having everything set up right away. But I am going to try to get the foundation set up. That way our doors just have a kind of a nice experience. Okay, so we need to keep making these grates. Don't need to make one there. Okay, so we're good there. Let's build a well. So what we need to do, I don't know if it's in workshops, we'll see. Could be in farming. Ah, okay. Machines and fluids, that makes sense. So we're gonna put the well here. And I believe it uses like a construction material, a bucket, and a rope. You need all those for it to work. And I'm actually going to dump all of these items. Because I don't want dwarves trying to get down here for whatever reason. Dwarves also aren't really the smartest. I mean, they take direction really well, but sometimes their decision making isn't the best. Oh, I missed something. Oh, can I not? Oh, is it down? It's down a layer. There we go. All right, so they're doing that. They're slowly but surely moving some of this stone out of here. It just takes some time. We don't have a lot of dwarves. But let's go back to our generator thing here. So far so good. Let's do something here. I'm almost thinking about building a floor here. That way it just kind of looks nice. You know, like the weeds and stuff picking up. Let's see if we can do that. I'm kind of curious about these diagonals, if they can even go there and build. So we'll see. I'm going to see if they can build that first. They will cancel this or suspend it if they're not able to. At least usually. Sometimes the game doesn't know if they can or not and nothing happens. Looks like he's coming over here. So that's pretty cool. Here we go. Kind of a weird texture with the thing here. I don't know if I can build underneath the floodgate. No. Okay, that's okay. Let's cancel that. That was not a block. And actually, I'll use the floor to dictate where the water's going, so that way it's a little bit easier for me to see. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to go up once again. So as you can see, we're doing this several times. I think I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down. Looks like I might need to cut this tree. Okay, let's do that. All right, so I know what I needed to make. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. We have to make stuff for the screw pump. We can make it out of wood. So we're just gonna need one. So an enormous wooden corkscrew. So let's do that. Let's do, oh, someone's already on it. Looking great. So we're gonna do that. All right, so they got the floor going. I am going to make, here, let's just do this. Floor. It's gonna go straight forward like this. We can make it out of this pudding stone or whatever. I am gonna have to cut down this tree. There we go. Okay, so let's, we're going to dump this for now. Actually, is that our only wood? Do we need more wood? That way they can just... Yes, we need more wood. Okay, that's fine. They'll come and grab it. I don't need to dump this. There we go. So they'll come and pick it up. I don't want the wood in the way when they're building. Again, dwarves, not very smart. They're very good at following directions, so. Yeah. Looks like they're already canceling some of it. Okay. Guess I need to wait for them to haul that. Here they come. Okay. They were probably busy doing some other stuff. Oh yeah, they're constructing. All right, so they need to do that. What else we got here? So let's go back to our lever that we were building near the hospital. And we need to link this to the floodgates. So make sure you do this before you close them off. So we're gonna link this one, and then we're gonna link the one that's up on the surface here, that guy. Okay. So let's link it so that way they're in sync. You know, if they're closed, they're both closed. They're both open. You don't want them off sync. That is a way of doing it. Cool. Got some busy dwarves on our hands. I think I might make some more food, but I'll wait a little bit. Just kind of checking out how everybody's doing. So we got the wood going there. Now, if you click on something that is linked, I believe, there it goes. They finally did it. There's a tab that shows up and it shows what it's linked to. So that way you know for sure if someone's done it or not. Now I really need them to move this. So we might, let's see what they're doing. Okay. Slowly they are moving this stuff. Takes them a while probably to go from the stockpile to here, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, so let's resume this. And then we're going to keep building some walls here. Wall. Ooh, I probably need more blocks. Now that I think about it. Looked like I was kind of running out. Here, we'll make 20. Again, for those who don't know, every time you make blocks out of stone, it's like 3 or 4, something around there, blocks you get out of each little stone. So definitely is worth it doing that. Okay, so let's start making the walls here. We are going to do that. Let's do it right here. Yeah, I need more blocks. Well, let's see how quick they're going to start doing that. Looks like someone's already on the case. Our legendary something. Let's see. Weaponsmith. Okay, they're going to make some blocks. Someone got stung by a honeybee. Not the end of the world. Oh, okay. I got an idea. We can make the pump stack. Or the corkscrew. Whatever it is. Let's see. Machines. Screw pump. So as you can see, we'll pause it. Actually, we'll keep it going. We need to designate where the water's flowing. So we're going to do it this way because we want it to go straight up. Now, if you adjust it, it moves on the screen here. I'll even zoom up. But the image will change depending on what direction. It doesn't really make sense with the image if you're not sure what a screw pump is, but essentially someone on the side is going to be pumping it, and the screw is screwing in water. You know, it's a very weird machine, but very, very neat because I haven't seen this in other video games. But anyway, so we are going to do that. Yeah, so we're going to put it here because the space in front of it, what do we need? Oh, I need to make pipes. Silly me. Let's do that real quick. Task. I don't know if we can make... Yeah, we can. We can make a wooden pipe. So let's do that. Looks like someone's already on it, which is great. All right. Gave it a little bit of time, so hopefully the screw pump we can make now. Sometimes when they first make the pipe and someone moves it, we have to wait till they're done moving it. Kind of wish it would tell them to stop moving it, but there we go. Okay, so we'll make it out of, I guess, jet, make it out of this guy and that. Okay. All right, so they're going to make that. It won't be working as soon as you make it. You either have to give power to it or tell a dwarf to do it. So we are going to start making the walls again. There. There we go. And actually, let me make the inside walls too. There we go. So let's get that finished before I go too crazy with it. After when we're done with this, I'll set up the hospital. Oh, looks like I missed something. Must be finally digging out that workshop area. I haven't really looked at that. Might go over that in the next episode when I construct it. That way I can go over clothing, leather making, all that good stuff. I want to make sure that they get the insides first before I start making everything else. Okay, cool. All right, this is looking fun so far. Let's keep it going. So let's do... Plus it gives us a little time to let the person make more blocks. There we go. All right, so we're almost done with this guy. Let's see. So that's linked up. I am double checking to make sure these floodgates are working. Or at least linked up. Yep, they are. They're not done dumping this yet, which is fine. Let's do this. We'll just say it's forbidden. That way they know not to touch it. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Someone's stuck in here? Could not find Pat. Is the cat blocking? I think the cat is blocking... Hold on a second. What cat is this? I don't know. Oh, no. Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna do something. I think the cat is blocking the dwarf from going back down on the stepladder. I'm not sure. I thought me giving it a name would work. I'm sure calling it kitten is probably not the best idea. Let's see here. Let's do, oh, kitty. I'll just say, we'll call it scaredy. Nah, we'll just say blocking. I've never had this happen before, so I'm not really sure how to solve it, but we are gonna try something. I wish this was like customizable. This menu could be a little bit better. Ah, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna see if we can tell Dwarf to make this cat go in this area here. Okay. Otherwise, we're gonna have to chop the tree down. Oh, it looks like someone... Is this my gathering area? It kind of looks like someone took... Hold on a second. They took the stepladder from them, so maybe that's what's going on. So let's change it. We won't tell the cat to be up there anymore. What to do? Could I make like stairs right here? Is that a thing? Let's see. Dwarves will find themselves up in trees and they can't get back down and they'll die. You know, starvation, thirst, that kind of thing. We're almost done with this guy. I do want to figure out how to get this dwarf down, though. Okay. Someone's got to make the stairs going up. They're wandering around up here, which is interesting. Is anyone going to build the other part? Let's see. There they go. Okay. Very interesting. I'm glad I figured that out. And we'll see if we can get rid of it. Anyway. Wait. Cancel that. I want to see if they'll get rid of this first. I don't need stairs toppling down on them. I don't know how it works. All right, so we got that. Let's do that. All right. Well, that was a fun little adventure. All right, so we got this set up. We do have this linked here. So what we're going to do is tell them to pull this. I want water to flow. We are also going to build a wall here. That way the water can backflow and go up this. So far, so good. Okay, so for this guy, what I have to do is build a windmill. So with anything that is a machine, you can most likely build something that can power it. There's like 3 options from my understanding with power. So we can either build a windmill, which uses wind. You'll know right away if you have wind. If you make one of these, it's either you have wind or you don't. Otherwise, the other option you have is water wheel. So the water wheel will use the, stream or river or whatever you have flow to power up the wheel. You can also use dwarfs to manually pump these themselves. You give them an order and they'll do it manually. It'll also tell you how much power and everything is needed. So gives you a lot of options here. So what we're going to do once this is linked... Oh, someone did pull it. So this is up now. Now, before I do this, I am going to save it. So I don't want this flooding my doors. This should work. I've made it this way a few times, and we get a little bit of a scare, but it tends to level out. So we're going to hope we do the same thing. Now I want to check something out first so that way you guys can see it. I'm going down to the well, so if we click on it, it says the well is dry, so makes sense. Oh, let's make sure the wall's made. Okay, and nobody's trapped down here. Looking good. All right, so let's make this windmill. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I guess we'll see when that happens. Yeah, I think it has to be on this right side. You can use, so it's kind of ugly doing it that way, but it's really easy. Otherwise, you can use these axles to make like a path if you're wanting to put the windmill somewhere else. I don't really care too much. So we're going to just put the windmill here. And then we'll just do whatever's closest. Looks like it has to be made out of wood. All right. So let's press start on that. As soon as it's made, it's just going to turn on. I'm not sure if we can link a lever to the windmill. Cool. That way we can turn on and off this windmill. I'll have to try that, but let's have it going. So they're just putting the wood, the logs here. We'll give it some time. I'm going to turn on the water depth. That way you guys can see how the water is flowing. We're almost done. Cannot find path. Is he stuck again? They keep getting stuck. I might tell them to not... Here. So when he's getting stuck like that, tell him not to use the stepladder in this, and they're going to gather fruits and stuff off. I don't know why that keeps happening. There. Oh, did they move it? It looks like he's moving it, so he's not stuck anymore. Let's see. I'm not sure. What are you doing? Gathering plants. Okay. You know what? Let's just turn that back on. I don't mind too much. At least I know how to fix it. It is kind of a weird warning, though. All right. Are we almost done? Do we need one more? We're getting there, guys. Hope you're excited as I am about this. We'll see if my little build here is good to go. There's a lot of ways to create mist generators. There's a way to create, I think, windmills pumping like a pumps or like well, anyway, here we go. So let's get this going here. So as we can see, as the water flows, the numbers are less. You know, this is a 7, that's a 1. So we know that this isn't getting like the equal amount of pressure or something. I don't know how to also explain it. But if we look at the windmill, the total power it has is 40, and it only needs 10 to start going. And it actually tells you it's hanging, which is interesting. But we can see here the total power that it's receiving is 40 and only needs 10. So there we go. So while that's happening, the water is dripping down, not dripping, pouring down and creating mist around its area. This mist... I'm not sure if anyone's going to say anything right now. Let's see. Got to find someone who might be walking through it. But as you can see, the water's going through, and so far it's not filled up this cavity here. I don't want it to poke through the floor. It might for a little bit, but it shouldn't get too deep. So as we can see here, it's flowing to the right. It's going to fill up this area where the well is first. So not very deep yet. But if we go up to the well, it's going to say the well is dry, but as you can see, it flickers to being operational. Essentially, this needs to be deep enough for the well to like it. And it's operational, so we're good to go. But we're going to wait. This needs to keep flowing here. Now in the meantime, we can see where that cavity is, where the hole that we dug between this layer and this one, it's getting filled up. We don't want this getting too crazy, you know, poking through here and flooding the entire fortress. But it looks like it's not going to do that. So now this is deep enough. This is going to try to even out, of course, like water does, and it's going to flow out here and drain. That way we're never getting too full with this. Yeah, this isn't getting too full, which is great. And now it's leaking out through these fortifications here. So perfect. Now, to kind of cap this off here, I did want to at least show you guys what maybe a dwarf is thinking. Nothing about the waterfall. Well, basically... Why is he saying that he drank without a mug? Do I not have that set up? I mean, I've got that set up. Interesting. Anyway, I don't see anybody talking about that waterfall yet. But anyway, we'll give it some time. So let's cap this video off by constructing the hospital. So I'm going to put the doors here, of course. We'll do a door there. We need to build... What am I doing? Furniture beds. So we'll have some beds here for the sick. There we go. We need to do some tables. That way they have a place for surgery. So we'll do it. Yeah, do it here. Probably too many, but that's okay. And then we need our traction benches, which... Is it furniture? Yeah. Okay. So we'll do one here. We'll do one here. Ooh, I forgot about... what am I thinking? I need to make a chest, a coffer. Now, in the next video, I'll probably go over how to make soap. Things like that. There's a lot of things I probably need to go over. But I do need to make soap for these guys. Alright, so they pretty much have everything built. Let's see if we can dump this stuff. I don't like things in the rooms, really. Good. Alright, so they're moving that. We got it kind of like an area here. Let's see. Let's put the chest here. It's a bit of a cramped area, but that's okay. So once we have that built, we want to do two things. I want to designate this as a water source, so I usually just do this full area. That way they know here, if you start seeing blood or like mud here, the doors are cleaning themselves and it'll eventually go away, I think. We can see the mist happening right here. If water starts pouring out, we're in trouble. But it looks like everything's kind of, yeah, everything's good to go. All right, so we got the chest there. Let's designate this area now. I think it's an advanced area. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it here. So we'll do a meeting area. And then we're going to turn this into... So we clicked on that guy, and we're going to go to a hospital. We'll just call it hospital. It's called the Golden Houses, which is interesting. Let's see if we can rename it something else. The Kind... Scooped, huh? The Kind Fruit. The Kind Born. Let's do that. All right. So we need to assign a chief medical dwarf. So let's do that. So to even have a hospital, you need to have one of these. So we're going to click that guy. And then we'll do a... I think this is our... Here, let's see something. No. This is our... Okay. So Enod is fine to be somebody here. So what I'm going to do... So Chief Medical Dwarf, I'm going to do Enod here. So we got that. Great. So if we go back to the zone, we can see what they need here. So we can specify, allows visitors, only allows citizens. We'll do citizens only for now. We can see that there's 4 beds in here, 4 tables, 2 traction benches. We have 1 chest in here, which is accurate. And then it tells us what we need here. So you can always change it, of course. But I want some buckets, powder for casts, crutches, splints, cloth, thread, all that good stuff. We can also designate certain people here. So we got doctors, diagnostician, surgeon, and bone doctor. So let's do the diagnostician. We know that we had, I think we can specify here. So we can actually have this person, because it looks like they're our farmer. So let's have this person also be the diagnostician. They'll get better at it. So they're both the chief medical dwarf and that. They can't be more than one thing here. So the doctor is going to have to be something different. And it actually looks like this person's actually a surgeon too. So let's change that. Yeah. And then the diagnostician, we'll just have to pick someone. Once we get more dwarves, I'll be a little bit better about this. But the wood burner, they're not going to be doing too much. So let's do that. And then the doctor, again, we just need somebody. I guess the broker? I don't know what Monum is. Let's see. Looks like they're stone crafters and stuff. But anyway, so we got them. They're going to go down there. I think they hang out sometimes. But we will need to have to make all this stuff. So in the next episode, I want to go over how to make soap. And of course, these guys as well. They're a little bit more straightforward. But dwarves will automatically grab things and shove them in the chest. And it looks like they've already gotten some of the buckets here. So perfect. Here we go. See, they're content remembering being near a waterfall. He's content being near a waterfall. And as we progress through time here, you're going to notice that these dwarves are going to be super happy. I actually think waterfalls are a bit strong for mood enhancers. Because once I have this set up, I basically have to be really mean to the dwarves, neglect their needs, just to have them be unhappy. So you guys will see that. But I think we're going to end the episode here. If you guys have any suggestions, what you'd like to see, what you'd like me to focus on, please let me know. I am going to do this section once we probably get done with the soap making. So maybe that's what we'll focus on the next episode. Soap making and the textile workshop area. But let me know if I said anything wrong or anything you'd like to include. I love hearing from you guys. So thank you if you've been watching this far. We'll keep going. I'm getting a pretty strong fortress here. I do need to get more dwarves in here. So hopefully, next season is going to be autumn. I'll be able to trade with my civilization, those guys. And then that way word will get out that I'm actually a very successful fortress, and hopefully we'll see more migrants. But anyway, let's cut the video here. As always, this is Nathan. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I will see you